No, at least we showed a little bit of heart. Then it went 2-2. I said, you know what, we'll take the draw. We're lucky to come. And so just before the corner, because Zinchenko had the chance, and it was a corner, and I went, well, that's it. Probably going to blow the whistle after this corner.
I was watching it on a train. I had to get off the train, and I saw the Zinchenko chance, and exactly that. I was like, I need to get off the train. That's fine, I've missed it. And I couldn't work out why everybody was talking about a brilliant comeback. So I thought, it's 2-2.
I thought you were saying that you had to get off the train because you could hear writing.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant in the moment.
Away.
Brilliant for Reece, brilliant for, even ALN. Yeah. The free goals, all that ALN players involved in them, and for him to do it at this stage of the season for Arsenal, a player that people have constantly said he should have gone alone, he's been injured, you know what I mean? What's he waiting around for? And then Mikel is using all of that group to make them all understand they might have a part to play in this. And so to see him finally come on and score a goal and take it so cool and calmly on his weaker foot, in the moment, it was. That's why you look at the scenes at Arsenal, and people were saying, in fact, they're going over the top. You think they've won it already, but what this group are doing, and what the club's doing, and what they've done up to this point, everyone's together, and they could feel it, and they realise how important this is. The start was terrible, but they turned it around. It was brilliant, honestly.
The people who are saying that can't have been in a title race. Like, when you've watched the games and the seasons that we've seen over the past few seasons, every single point has mattered.
Yes.
Every time you can rescue a draw from the jaws of defeat, every time you can get 3 points when you've been drawing, it's proven to be so important when you get to the end of the season. It's not about that result.
No.
It's about those 2 points.
It's about those 2 points, and the fact that literally a minute earlier you had one single point, and then all of a sudden now you're up to the 3, because you can't help but think about scenarios at this point of the season. You've just seen Man City win earlier in the day, and now you're dropping points at home. Oh, we're dropping points at home to Bournemouth. They're the worst side in the Premier League. This is disappointing. I wonder what this means going forward. And then bang, the last kick of the game. I think that's one thing which I feel universally sort of makes it it's like a reminder how much you love the game of football. Because you can play in a game, you could win, like the 7-0 feels incredible, but by the end of it, you probably felt weird as more goals were going in. But in that stadium there, when Arsenal scored, in front of 60,000 fans, with the last kick of the game, you can tell it's a big moment, because all the cameras are shaking. These are some of the most skilled cameramen in the world, and they can't hold a steady shot because, everyone around you is going bonkers. So that in itself is, it's amazing.
I love a shaky camera.
Yeah. You really look back, big moments, the cameras are all over the place.
And you score a late goal in FIFA. My kids do this all the time. I don't play it. But they do the shaky camera. But it's that it reminds you of Steve Bruce, in all seriousness, against Sheffield Wednesday. Brian Kidd on the pitch with Sir Alex Ferguson. These are seminal moments in a title season. And if Arsenal go on to win it, bet your boots they will clip that up, because that will be a key point. And from a newspaper point of view, I think winning that even convinces journalists, actually, this is something that we can...
Is that you? Are you talking about yourself? Is that you? Are you talking about yourself? Or...
Well, not quite.
His staff.
No, listen, I still think City, they know how to find a way to win, and they know how to just do what's required. They're not spectacular. They're not scoring 5 and 6 goals like they did last season. They can be, exactly. And they haven't reeled off more than 3 goals at any stage of this season. So Arsenal still have it all to prove, but they're proving it, and that's the significance of Saturday.
The thing I would say with that is what you say, Darren, which is absolutely spot on, is finding a way to win. And I think Arsenal have done that a few times this season, and what they're learning on a weekly basis is this is what's going to have to happen, because if I'm playing in Arsenal's dressing room right now, I'm not expecting City to lose any more games. So you know that you're going to have to go out there, and if it goes to the last second, that's what you've got to go to, because you don't want to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, we should have tried harder in this game or that game. Yes, you get a bit of luck. The ball comes off the crossbar of Martinez's head and goes in. You get some bad luck where you don't get the decision where you're supposed to get the points in the game, and then you come back because you're not stopping. You're fighting all the way to the end.
And from both your points of view, I would imagine that if you lose against a side like a Liverpool, a Chelsea, a strong Chelsea, or a City, you can say, fair enough, hands up, that they're great. But if you lose against a side that are bottom of the Premier League, that have got the record that Bournemouth have had this season, you do kick yourself because you say that was a great opportunity.